Katula abasibe.
So, right honorable, and
the president is busy refocusing the country to make sure that our people can engage in high productive ventures. He's talking about sugar cane. Is he in order? Under my chair. You want to enslave our people in poverty for life. That for them they should cut sugar canes and carry them on their head, and they are paid 2,000. Please don't never under my chair. We don't want our people to be enslaved by your rich people. So we want our people to go for 4-acre model. Those who have land, they go for high value crops. And I will write a letter as Prime Minister of this country, stopping all the activities in that forest, and make sure that we enforce this. So NFA, you will deploy. If you don't have capacity, now that you are still there, you will help us to deploy all your personnel to stop any activities on that forest.
If you go to Bugoma, you can cry even now. These claimants, shamelessly, even now, are cutting the mahogany trees, the mzizi, huge trees in Tuchaku, clear felling, acres and acres, shamelessly.
When even as I speak right now, by tomorrow evening, there will be a percentage that will be gone. First curtail, we push out everybody.
The season, whether this forest remains in the Ministry of Water or it goes to NFA. I mean, whether it goes to the Ministry of Tourism. Ministry of Water.
But also...
Okay, now that this happened, please go ahead and cancel all the titles. I am going to write to you, to the Minister, so that you can start the process of cancelling all these fake titles.
Yes, right. The cabinet paper for Bugoma is actually ready. It is ready, and we shall present it to change use, isn't it? From being National Forest Authority and that of which to become part of the national park. That paper is ready, and we will present it to cabinet, and the decision will be taken, because we've been waiting for a very long time. But now it appears there is a real now demand from all the quarters, and that's what we shall do.
By the time we go, and I'm told they put machines, and each day a machine can cut 1,000 or 2,000 trees a day. Yes. Minister of Lands. NFA, the way they have handled our natural resource, the forests, leaves a lot to be desired. And then he's asking me, can we make a cabinet paper for all natural forests to go under war, so that we solve this problem and mess once and for all?
Because we opened the boundaries and submitted the report to Ministry of Water and Environment, and it has never been acted upon, and yet we are getting reports that the encroachment is increasing and there are very many land conflicts there.
But Ekibira Kye now,
we have not supported them, Prime Minister. We can tell you, we are praising the Ministry of Tourism, okuwa, because we have supported them with the enforcement. Yes.
They let them manage.
Yes. No. There's some. Prime Minister, why I would not support? I wish I could be listened to. Prime Minister, why I would not support who are taking over these forests. We have not looked at these forests as a source of income in terms of timber and water. You give it to one, they leave the trees to die naturally. They don't harvest. If If only gave time to these forests and proper management, they can even earn money more than the oil or anything else.
Time over our country, he realized that deforestation is at maximum. I had to give an order to stop exportation of vanilla. You are aware. Why? He said the areas of Bunyoro, the areas of Mubende, the areas of Usoga, especially this other area of Mayoge, under that yes, all the forests are gone.
In terms of protecting our water resources. So let us not get annoyed and excited over giving these forests to okuwa. Let us look for a way forward. First of all, we passed, before even I was an MP, but Cabinet and Parliament passed privatization.
And indeed, it is a time bomb that we are seated on as the NRM government, that we are getting a lot of castigation from the fishing community along all lake showers, and not only in Kuyimirire district, but also Chikobe, but also in Kulisa, Gadi. All these fishermen are complaining because there are some misunderstandings between the fishing communities and the Fisheries Protective Unit, mostly concerning the small fishing, fishing of mukene. There has been several guidance. I remember I once even saw a guidance from the commissioner in charge of fishing, whereby he guided on which methods to use for fishing. However, his guidance is always contradicting with the implementation of the Fisheries Protective Unit.
This region, Bunyoro, and all the districts gave us overwhelming support. We have resolutions from each and all of the districts represented here. Later, we met representatives of MPS, and at a later time, the ministries of water and environment and tourism were directed by their respective ministers to do the last study, and we produced a RIA, Regulatory Impact Assessment Report. Based on this report, we have been able to draft a cabinet memorandum, and we are now seeking clearance from Ministry of Finance, and we are left with 2 levels of consultations that is going to cabinet and finally parliament.
Rate is high, the promiscuity is high, idleness is there, but they are not being catered for. Much as liberalization is there, privatization is there, came in, the bigger business guys have come in on the lake. How I wish, as a government decision, they should group these young men, youth who are there. They empower them to have also big boats. They support them with what they're supposed to do. On standard side, they participate in this lake, and the calmness will be there. But these guys are Congolese. The Congolese who come from the neighboring districts, and they have no control on them. When they come, FPU does not, they try to counter them a bit.
Be a technical assessment of this intervention. 2, I think the president is not being helped by our fishery technocrats. I can say there has been a professional conspiracy on the side of the fisheries personnel. These technocrats, the way they guide the head of state is misleading. How can you recommend a method which is so destructive? And you say this has no problem. For example, what they are today referring to as hurry up. This is the type of mukene net.
What hurts them most is that the Fisheries Protection Unit, which is supposed to protect this fish to grow and become bigger, as they were told, are the ones now monopolizing the fishing, the young fish in the lake.
Is that so?
Yes. It's now my prayer that the Right Honourable Prime Minister, the Minister for Fisheries, will give me the Minister of Fisheries.
Yes, we are. And actually, it's like we have a rope in our neck. When we talk about opposition, as the chairperson of Wema did say, we are going to get the highest resistance from the fishing communities come 2025, 2026. Why? If we do not, as leaders, and especially you, Right Honourable Prime Minister, as a leader of government business, is always in talking terms with the Minister, with the President. It is important that we come up with proper harmonization of what's supposed to be done on fishing on the waters. The Fisheries Protective Unit and the fishing communities, there was
the Ministry for Fisheries has a budget in this year's budget to support the fishing communities. Because we have supported other departments. We have supported our people with seedlings of coffee. We have supported our people with many seedlings of fruits, cocoa, tea, but we have not supported the fishing community. So government is coming in. The President draft it in a summary form, not these many words, so that we quickly involve the President in the same. But before the President gets to know this, we need now to do our work.
These are listed. The names of people are there with the areas they are claiming. Number 1, NFA, 41,144 hectares on behalf of government. Hoima Sugar, 5,779.7 hectares. Atugonza Francis, 1,318 hectares. Shabi Trading Company, 10 acres. Barihamwe Rajab, 150 acres. Mujenyi Ephraim, 377.167 hectares. Wemera Mazirane, 600 hectares. Biarohanga Matia, 517 hectares. Kasaija Severino, 500 acres. Semate Preston, 500 acres. Tosabo Mujarad, Chiwanuka Richard, and others, 500 hectares. Reverend Joaquim Mugisa attained 150 hectares. MZ agencies, 2,000 hectares, 296.57 and 662 hectares.
Ekibira wakati governor.
Tulipela veterans, 2,000 acres. Kaganda Muhammad, 60 acres. Omuhereza Murungi, Mugisa Murungi and Kusumirwa Murungi, 72 hectares. Muradia John, 500 acres. Rotaro Francis, 153 hectares. Tujamire Bashapani, 38 hectares. Kato Alfred, Komuche Adorin, and Chewande Ruth, 1,221 acres. Prince Fred Mugenyi, Roland, and others, 1,280 acres. And Chencha Margaret, 342 acres. Right, Honorable?
We have Mugenyi here. Members, we also have Mugenyi here.
Right, Honorable, the total claim on Bugoma was 14,933 hectares, which accounted for 36% of the entire forest. Accordingly, the report from land indicates that all of these claims, except Hoima Sugar and MZ, whose lands fall outside the forest reserve, the rest were in the forest reserve, except Hoima Sugar and MZ.
Who made these titles? Minister of Lands.